Hey everyone, this is Angela from Bake It With Love, and today we're combining all your favorites from the classic spaghetti and meatballs dinner in this ooey gooey delicious baked spaghetti casserole dinner. It's a quick and easy meal. You can skip some of the extra steps, like you see the sauce in the pan there. We took about a tablespoon plus of olive oil and sauteed a half a medium yellow onion diced up, as well as a half a tablespoon of minced garlic and a teaspoon of Italian seasoning and a teaspoon of basil. We sauteed that until the onions were translucent and then added our jarred 24-ounce jar of spaghetti or marinara sauce and just cooked that so that the flavors can kind of combine before we add it into the casserole here. So our casserole dish has been coated with olive oil pretty generously, as well as when we cooked the noodles to an al dente firmness, we also rinsed those to remove the starches and then coated those with a little bit of olive oil as well, about a teaspoon, and just toss that in the olive oil so that my noodles aren't going to stick together in the cooking process, as well as they're not going to stick to the dish. So I added about a third of the cooked marinara sauce to coat the noodles with here. You see me just kind of tossing the noodles in the sauce, and the remaining 2/3 of the sauce is going to go on the top. Now we'll just spread this out a little bit, there you go, with the ladle. And then we'll start topping it with some mozzarella. I'm going to use a whole cup of mozzarella here, but I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup to start with on top of the sauce. Now when I'm making this quick version of the baked spaghetti casserole, and I'm using a 24-ounce jar of the spaghetti or marinara sauce, I only do about a half a box of my spaghetti noodles, cook those up to use in this. Don't use much more than that. You won't have enough sauce to thoroughly coat your noodles really well. You'll end up with a dry casserole. So I'm sprinkling some Colby Jack. It's a little bit spicy. It's got some peppers in it. You can use any cheese you want, or you can omit this. The Colby Jack I like for a little extra flavor and for some nice color added on top of my casserole here. And then we're using 18 meatballs, fully cooked, pre-packaged, or make your own. These are just a beef and Italian sausage mixture with some extra Italian seasoning and basil thrown into those as well, and then seared off until they are pretty well browned. They're a little bit pink in the center because they're going to get baked. And once I've topped my casserole with the meatballs, I'm going to use the remaining 3/4 cup of my mozzarella, and then I've got a half a cup here of a Parmesan and Romano blend, which you can find really easily at your grocery store. Usually they have a couple varieties of the Parmesan Romano blends, and maybe even a Parmesan Romano and Asiago, which is to die for, and way better than just the Parmesan Romano. But back to what we're doing here in the video. I'm sprinkling a little bit more of my Colby Jack, again just for color. You don't have to use it. I love the added flavor though, especially when we're talking about a casserole. You can't have enough cheese. You just can't. So sprinkle it on, and if you don't think you have enough on there, keep going. I'm going to add a little bit of parsley here on the top. You could add some more Italian seasoning, but I usually prefer to add some fresh basil on the top. That is wonderful. So here we are plating it up. You can see the pasta is evenly coated and it makes a big mess. So I'll probably set this plate down and get it cleaned off and get some meatballs put on top and some more cheese, as well as a touch more of the parsley so that we can get a beautiful photo here. And this is, you know, when I'm dishing these up, and my family's typically already eating, so they're like chomping at the bit here behind me, trying to hurry me along and get this on the table. There's a problem with doing videos at dinner time. Everyone wants the food, no one wants to wait. So, and today we're just sprinkling some more of the mozzarella cheese on top, a little bit of that parsley, and it looks great. And it tastes great too, you know, the way that the flavors all combine, like when you have leftovers, but this is baked in. It's wonderful. So I hope you liked the video. Be sure and give it a thumbs up if you did. Be sure to hit the subscribe button here at the end. You don't want to miss anything that's coming. We're uploading daily. I want to thank you for watching, and we will see you again soon.